We got London on the
whole club selling out of hitter doing stadiums. Gold diggers don't come around, they don't survive my radius. I keep it too real for real, and that's that made me rich. That's what made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. Yeah, whole club selling out of hitters doing stadiums. Small business don't come around, they don't survive my radius. All I talk about, and that's what really made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich. The whole club. Clown way too white to be shooting in the odds. I'm sleeping good at night, see the door don't got no locks. To be spiteful, she best friends with the ops. And you need better stocks. Standing on my money, dog. Please don't get the involved. Ain't nobody running off, rules to the basics.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Pacific Northwest and the bustling city of Portland, Oregon. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Raiders of Oakland taking on the Chargers of Portland.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go!
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. Ritter now. And he rifles one incomplete. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Yeah, this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24.
It's 4th down.
Ritter looking to throw here on 4th. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Chargers first down, and he'll have it by plenty as it turns out to be a big gainer there on 4th down. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Chargers at 3-11 now on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Escaping the pressure right. That is caught. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Check right. Ready.
Pollard will take it up the gut.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 31-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. In motion left goes a tight end.
Ready.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. You look at this Raiders defense. They were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. On 2nd down, Ritter. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down.
Blaster, stay.
Ritter. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions.
Here we go.
It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Claws red.
Ritter on the 4th down try. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Raiders are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder, because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Lance now on 1st down. Completes this to Elijah Higgins. From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. At the 44-yard.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. Now inside the 25, and they will finally drag him down at the Chargers' 19-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 1st down, Lance. Touchdown! Trey Tucker, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Chargers, nothing. Daniel Carlson to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's It's Pollard, and he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, that was a 3rd and long run, and to me, that was just a wave the white flag kind of a situation. Obviously, they don't want to risk the chance of throwing it downfield and risking a turnover in this section of the field.
Going for it on 4th down, it's Ritter. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Raiders are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Drill green. Ready.
To throw, it's Lance. Touchdown Raiders! Elijah Higgins, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Chargers, nothing. Daniel Carlson, the kickoff for the Raiders.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Got it.
The Charger drive about to get going. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Here's Ritter. Swinging this out for Pollard. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The Chargers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Ritter back to throw. This one deep for Wilson. Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Lance now on 1st down. That's caught. It's 2-2 Atwell. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Here's Lance. Touchdown! Elijah Higgins with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Raiders have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0.
Chargers, nothing. Daniel Carlson, the kickoff for the Raiders.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Charger drive about to get going. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Meanwhile, Ritter's throw there complete to Allen. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Ritter to throw it. Here's a screen now for Pollard. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Going play action. Ritter. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So the PI decline, and that'll give him a fresh set of downs.
And when you scout tight ends, one thing you want to know, just how strong they are. And we saw it in evidence there. He was able to fight through all the contact and still secure the football.
Ready.
Looking to throw once more. Here's Ritter. And to the right side here, it's Allen. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 37-yard line.
Looking to throw it here. Ritter. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Ritter here on 3rd and 2. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 24-yard line. Back to throw, Ritter. That's dumped off to Pollard. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear
And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Blue striker.
Ritter throwing on 3rd down. They'll drop this underneath to Pollard. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
4th down and less than a yard.
Steal. Black. Ready.
Ritter will set up to throw it. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. A chance to get some momentum here in the 2nd quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the 2nd quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line.
21 yards.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And quickly, they get to the line.
A gain of 19 yards.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Traditionally, as a defense, your number 1 job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback, make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
Under pressure, they got him again. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
On the double. Ready?
A final shot before half for Lance. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, Raiders. And you've used the phrase with me before, pressing the kicking game. What exactly does that mean? Because they did it there.
It means focusing on it, all aspects of it, because it's the third part of the game. Offense, defense, special teams. If you press the kicking game, create an advantage, make a big play, it often leads to victory.
Daniel Carlson, the kickoff for the Raiders.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. He will return this from deep in the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Wilson's got it on the crossing route. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Ritter. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
On play action, Lance out to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Higgins. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
On the set. Smash, red. Ready?
Lance looking to throw it. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Elijah Higgins, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Raiders have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now.
Chargers, nothing. Daniel Carlson, the kickoff for the Raiders.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
A gain of 9 brings up third.
Trying to run forward with Pollard. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Gain of 4 yards. And a Portland first down.
Ritter now. His throw complete right side to the tight end Parham. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now Ritter to throw on first down. And now here is another interception. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
He's going to let this one go deep. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. Touchdown! Tutu Atwell, 82 yards. And the Raiders get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it is 42-0.
Chargers, nothing. Daniel Carlson, the kickoff for the Raiders.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Here we go.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball. And it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10. Ritter back to throw. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Ritter. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Trying for it on 4th down. Here's Ritter. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position.
Ready, ready. Set, cut.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Trouble, 38. Hut.
Gets it out quickly here to the left flank. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back.
Ready up.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Ritter to throw it. Flushed out right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Now on 4th down, they throw the deep ball, but it lines up to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Jacobs going to try the middle. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready, break. Set.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. Well, he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
Ready?
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr.
This was almost what I've heard referred to as a pick 12.
Pick 12, explain.
Well, you're talking about the 6 that they were trying to get.
Because they were so close to the end zone.
And now the 6 going the other direction. So when you take a look at teams on the march, they're in the red zone. Then after the interception, and it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep them from going all the way.
Touchdown, Chargers! Tony Pollard from 19 yards away. And the Chargers are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Point after, right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for the touchdown. Josh Jacobs, 58 yards. And the Raiders stretch this fourth quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL. And my goodness, another interception. It's Deonte Banks with it. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. This to Jacobs on the toss right. Pushes him over. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 148 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Ready?
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Raiders continue to pour it on here in the fourth. Carlson on for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
Ready?
Now a give here to Pollard. And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a second straight loss. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
And Ritter cannot escape, and they bring him down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Going deep here for Allen. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
Fight 60.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up.
It's a gain of 7.
Ready?
Brings up 2nd and
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
the 6-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, big man with ball meant bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
The kick by Carlson is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The Charger drive about to get going. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Looking to throw it here. Ritter. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. And they're going to speed things up here.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Ready.
Out of the gun, a give to Pollard. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
10 cycles.
And the Chargers 1st down.
43 rounds. Black shot.
32-yard line.
Ready.
Ritter looking to throw on 1st and 10. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Deonte Banks with it. And the Raiders are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Well, fans usually love to see scoring. And
take a L, then you know I'm raising hell, huh? They don't want no problem. 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 All I know is win. I ain't never took a L. But if I take a L, then you know I'm raising hell, huh?
trying to sell. Too easy, I'ma run it up with my eyes closed like Pat Mahomes. Red flag, I might send him home.
I count this money, then I count my blessings. If I ever took an L, then it stood for lesson. I'm the one, ain't no second guessing. Tried to dim my light, but my soul fluorescent. Wait, I tried to stay, but depressing. I even prayed to God, he ain't get the message. I'm living in the present, they gon' feel my presence. You can't dim my light, cause I'm luminescent. I rose from the ashes of the section. I seen a stranger in my own reflection. I point the in my own direction. I would've did it for my own protection. Keep debating about the GOAT. I'm the one like 2, 3, 4, 5. How you playing both sides? How I made 1 million, 2 million multi. How I made 8 figures, 8 million 4 times. And I was underutilized the whole time. It's rigged. I guess they couldn't find a gold mine. You dig? The sheep sleep on me, but the ghost cosign. I stopped thinking about the future cause we got no time. The world changed. Damn. The world changed. Yeah, I tried and failed. I see my best friend's jail, but betrayal was the real pain. Damn, the world changed.